Oh snap! We're okay. This is cool. Ah, this is awesome. Okay, cool. Hold on, let me just go live on Insta, guys. I don't know. All right, I'm not gonna really wait for anybody because I feel like this is gonna like stick. Hold on one second. Let me just see, because this is like my first time going live on YouTube. My first time live going here. Okay, hold on Insta. So let me just see. Ah! Hey everyone! Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay. So, okay, this is cool. This is cool. Okay. I'm excited. It's like, because okay, so this is like a wish come true too, because like I've always wanted to have like kind of like a party, like a tarot party. So, what was I gonna say? If you're I don't even know where to look, but I know that like you can, there's a chat going on YouTube loud, and then you're kind of what's it called in my face here. Let's see what's up. I'm just like observing, guys. Give me a second. I also need to breathe because I've never done this before. This is so cray. This is like so okay. So this is so cool because I never thought that I can actually, like, I thought I needed a lot of subscribers, like 1K, at least 1K to kind of come on live. So they've changed it up. So I didn't really realize that this was gonna be really. I was like just test running it, and then I'm like, oh shit, okay, this is cool. Like at least I'm like prepared a little bit. Hey guys on Instagram. I'm so excited to be here. I'm also live on YouTube right now, so I'm kind of doing like a juggle. So if I end up ignoring you guys, sorry, but it's just gonna have to be because it's my first time for it all. But I wanted to kind of create like a party vibe with my oracle card readings for this week. So since it's Friday today. I was gonna say Friday fun day. I mean that too. I wanted to kind of like come on here and like do some reads. You know what I'm saying? Give us like a glimpse of what's going on. Hey, Cloudy! Oh my God, this is so cool. Okay, so this is really, so this is gonna be a longer video, by the way, just to let you know. So I don't know what's gonna cut out. Like I have all of you guys plugged in, but in terms of like video, it's going to be a little bit longer because A, I'm juggling, and B, this is a week ahead spread, so it kind of gets like long. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it. And so I'm live on Instagram, like I said, but on YouTube, it should, sorry, let me lower this for a second. We're going to save the world tonight, guys. Okay, so my whole thing is, yeah, I'm live on here right now, but I wanted to let you know that I'm also live on YouTube. So in case you don't get this, oh, Gapster, I love you. I love all of y'all. Okay, so yeah, in case you don't get, in case you have to like check out or whatever, like in case you have to leave the Instagram chat or whatever, like it'll be up and running on YouTube later for you to like kick in. So the reason why I want to do that is because you literally like being live on YouTube is going to save my video for like longer than Instagram does, because Instagram does, I think, like 24 hours or whatever. And I was like, no, man, they need, like, these people need it for like, I was gonna say life, but really you guys need it for the week. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is a feng shui read. I don't think anybody has ever received this, to be honest with you, because I haven't seen it at all. But I like need to breathe because this is so freaking hilarious to me. Okay, so breathe and concentrate and focus. Thanks, Gabs. Everybody check out Soul Excelsior because that she like has a bomb ass company. Okay, definitely go do that. She keeps rocking. Keep it rocking, girl. I love it. So, all right. So, long story short, I just want to let you know. Yeah. So you guys in Instagram, you're gonna see my double chin and shit. So like that'll be fun. But whatever. I'm gonna try to keep it like up and down. I'm gonna kind of keep on switching because I don't have it set up perfectly just yet. But you know, we're doing what we can. Okay. So, long story short, um, what did I want to say? I want to say, all right, so introducing you guys to a feng shui read, which only a few people have gotten from me only. So I wanted to basically let you know that this is a 10 card spread. I've kind of made it a 20 card spread just to get kind of a little bit more detail. But I want to make it like long, but like not long. But technically it's going to be longer. So I'm going to say it's probably going to be like an hour. But you know, we'll see what happens. 555 just saw it. So there's a lot of changes coming up this week. I'm excited. Okay, so long story short, let's begin. So and this is basically coming at you like I don't know if I'm going to do this every week because it's long, but I did want to kind of come on here and just like share it with the world so you know that it exists, and B, give you obviously information from it, and C, letting you know that this is not going to be a consistent feng shui read because obviously it's something that I forgot to mention, it's something that it was downloaded to me, so it was created from my mind. I have to lower this because I feel like I'm yelling. Even though I love music, I would fucking pump this as loud as possible, but I can't. Like, there's so much going on. Ah. Okay. By the way, I'm listening to iHeartRadio's DJ Pauly D station. I fucking love it. Music on there is really good. So, long story short, let's put it. Okay, we're trying to get things adjusted. All right. So, long story short. Oh, hey, Angel A. Thank you so much. That is so amazing. You're such a blessing of a sign. How beautiful. This is going to be a reading for the collective. So you can have a reading. It's going to be available soon, but not as of right now. But I'll let you all know when it's actually like available to purchase. But this is for right now, just to kind of get like a feel of it, to see if it's for you, to kind of introduce you to something fresh and new. I actually, not gonna lie, I like how Instagram is making me look rather than fucking YouTube. I don't know. Even though I love YouTube, and I love Instagram too, but YouTube is like my jam, you know? So anyhow, so long story short, yeah, what else do I have to say about this? That it's gonna be available soon, fairly soon, like soon. But it is long. I just have to kind of figure out like how much it's gonna cost, because the costs I haven't like figured it out yet. But I figured like let's not stop this. Let's just kind of bring it to the world and see what the feedback's like. All right, so I'm excited to get into it. The first one is, don't bend the cards. Don't bend the Okay, so the first one that I just chose is your health. Okay. Oh shit! I love it. I love it. Okay, so this is I'm freaking excited. So there is, I don't know which one to go with first, and I think I'm gonna go with because I asked the A team. So the first one is 3 of Hearts. So I'm just gonna kind of like pull it back and see if you guys can both see it. Yes, you can. That's awesome. Okay, so dealing with 2 cards. By the way, also my cards aren't going to be consistent for these readings. Like, it's basically intuitively what I'm going to get that are going to be used, and usually they're my 2 feng shui deck of cards that I have, my Asian persuasion cards. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so this one's 3 of Hearts, but check this out. Oh, shit. It is the Love card. I'm so excited. Okay. So that is like a great start to the week. So for your health, you are going to be definitely loving on yourself a lot, is what I'm getting. and also going to be just exuding the love, like expanding it. 3 is the number of expansion. And you're going to be grounded in this because there's like a lot of grounding energy here. So it's kind of like you've already created this. Guys, I'm really sorry on YouTube. Holy shit, I got to get this better. I got to get this down better. But okay. So it's just because like Instagram is in my face. So, so long story short, you're going to be grounded in your self-love. It's like you've come to a new chapter in your life where you're just like literally you're grounded in your essence, and you're like, you kind of know who you are. You've been through possibly a lot. I know I have. And this is basically more so like you're blossoming in your self-love, and you're just kind of like, yo, you're like stabilized. Like, and these are like kind of stump looking things too. And stumps, if you think about it, are very stabilized, but yet also, and not cut off, by the way, but sometimes you can kind of consider it cut off. I don't know what I mean by that, but I had to just say that in terms of like, don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as a spiral, which is a spiritual growth thing. Like, actually, what I'm also sensing is that you may feel like a stump in terms of you've been through a lot, you kind of feel chopped off, or, you know, in terms of stuff that you've been going through, like you might have felt like you literally hit the ground, like you're just like done with a lot of things. But that doesn't mean that, you know, that you're not still there and alive. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, because stumps are pretty much like, even when you cut them down and you chop them down to like they're the bottom line of them, like they're still there and they're still alive, they're still kicking, they still have roots. You know what I'm saying? So it might be a sad thing, but it's really not. It's kind of like you starting over times 3 expansion and then fucking love. It's like so beautiful. So, you know, what I'm getting a lot too is like for a lot of the single people out there, like that's going to be something that is really, like you're definitely just going to, like if you want to be in a relationship, you're going to fall into one. And that's what I keep getting lately, like falling into a relationship, like, because I think you're possibly, and this is your health card, so you're so possibly have been completely down that you're just like, oh my God, you're just trekking it forward. Like you're kind of dragging, that you're going to fall into this somehow. Just like you can like fall into a windfall of money or whatever, you'd be doing the same thing. Guys, I'm sorry on YouTube, like the cards are not coming out that great. So, but that's whatever, man. We're just going to have to deal with all of them. It's like, YouTube is above me, Instagram is below me, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to try to unite them in the middle. So, yeah, so your health is going to be really beautiful, well balanced. Also, you're uniting in terms of your masculine and feminine, which is the work that I'm going to be doing. I feel like in this life, you know, kind of uniting people within their masculine and feminine energies, which is, you know, it's big time work, guys, like in terms of like how important that shit is. Okay, is that all that I have to say for that card? Okay, something's telling me to do this though. Okay, and the reason why I say I'm not going to be consistent with the cards is because I have a lot of cards, right? And so sometimes, so intuitively, I just like choose to, oh shit, party and celebration. All right, there you go. So party and celebration. I don't think I really have to show you this, but you know, I wanted to. Yeah, so that's another reason why I had to go into that, because it is a party and celebration. And I mean, this definitely looks like a party and celebration, does it not? Like, it's pretty fucking awesome. Okay. So that's nice. That is so nice. All right. So that is your health. Now we're moving on to your fame and fortune area. So, and this reading is to basically rebalance everybody back into their love space. So I am just so glad. This is a confirmation for me too, that this is like exactly, I mean, where I need to be. The cards are pulled out accurately. Like it's so fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be fly. So yeah, so it's basically, these readings are just to kind of return you back to love. And actually that's one of Pauly D's songs on here that I love, that I listened to this morning, and it's called Back to Love. And I just like, I constantly am like listening to that song because it's just so there's such good feelings with it, you know, that come with it. So you might have already seen what they are. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. So in your fame and fortune, as the foundational card, because I'm doing one set as foundation, the other set as kind of detailed, more detailed. You have 2 of spades, okay? And these are kind of like, they could be reversed, they could be not reversed. I just kind of see them as, sometimes I even see them as this, which is crazy, right? But like, I mean, that's what I'm getting sometimes to do. So I do it. 2 of spades, and then win or lose. How interesting. Yo, these cards are so cool because they kind of play off of each other, right? So when it comes to your fame and fortune is like what you're known for, right? And I just feel like there's something that, okay, so there's like a lot of feelings coming through. There's something that maybe you're worried about or you're not making a decision over. And so you kind of feel blindfolded and you don't see a clarity and you're just like, but this could also mean surrendered, right? Like you've surrendered because you just don't know what to do. You don't know how to move it forward. So basically that's like, you're just kind of not, you feel stuck, but you're not stuck. Like, actually, that's what I feel. It's like, I feel like you may feel like there's no growth there, but there is growth there. So, but it's your choice, right? So it says win or lose. So you have a choice, even if you don't know what you're doing with a certain passion project that has to do with your fame and fortune. You literally, guys, I'm going to start looking up at YouTube because that's where it's going to be saved, like for the long haul. So like if you see me look up more, then it's just because when it's saved, I want you guys to not be so like, what the fuck, look at me, instead of do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more personable, I feel, when I'm looking up at like the version that's going to be saved longer. So I'm just going to start looking up more, not to ignore anybody in terms of the chats and stuff, but I'm also, there's like basically 2 chats going on, which is, one is in YouTube, one's in Instagram, and I appreciate you all watching this, except for the fact that I can't juggle it all. Like, I'm like, oh, fucking, like, I need to do one thing at a time. So, so yeah, so long story short, getting back to this is like, you might feel like this, but it's only because you haven't decided whether you're going to win or lose in terms of like what you want to follow through on, right? So so this usually, like, some people call it career. This can also just be, I like to think of it as passion projects. What are you known for in terms of loving as a hobby, right? That's what, like do you have a book out that you've created because that was your passion project of a hobby and you kind of like put it out there, or like, you know, so this is basically what are you known for. And you know, you may even think to yourself that should you turn this into a career, and you don't know and you're stuck between this decision, but yet it's kind of like, okay, the decision is yours and you have to kind of put a stake into it to be like literally determined to be like, yo, this is actually like, I'm deciding, I'm being assertive, and I'm deciding that actually we're going to win. There's no losing, okay? There's only experimenting. So I don't even see this as a lose, because, and by the way, even when you lose something, guys, it's meant to be. So don't ever take it as a bad thing. Is there anything else that I need to, there's something here that I need to look at. Okay, so I'm being shown the heart. So it's like, ask your heart in terms of what you need to do about the situation. Because sometimes we all think that because society tells us that we should be making money off of our, you know, off of our hobbies and things like that, or taking it further, that, you know, that's what we should be doing. But the whole thing is, when you contact your heart, when you connect with your heart, and you kind of like, and when I say contact, I don't really mean like when you're in touch with it, you'll know exactly what to do. Should you take it further into a more business-like sense? Is it ready for that yet? May not be, right? Like, you may have to grow it a little bit more. Like, let's say you have like a part-time or full-time job, and it's just not there yet. You have to be real with yourself to see like, okay, like at what stage is this at? So consult, what I'm getting is consult your heart for the decision that you might have to make in between. And what I'm getting is huge opportunities are coming to people, like in terms of love, but also loving what you're doing. So again, this is some kind of Also, what I'm getting is because of not Mercury retrograde, but Venus retrograde that we're in right now, you might have to even hold off on a decision, and it's okay to kind of make a slower move than normal. So you might not have to, like, you might come across an opportunity that, like, you think needs to be, the decision needs to be made right away, but actually that's not the case. You can take your sweet ass time, because the whole thing is you want to make sure that you are saying a fuck yes to this passion project, but like, or passion opportunity. And you want to make sure that it's going to be, like good for you in terms of your long-term, longevity of your happiness. That's what I meant. Like long-term happiness, longevity of your happiness. You want to make sure that it's in alignment with it. So just make sure that you take time for yourself, and again, connect with your heart, because it's huge. The heart is right there. Like, okay, so when I see a cross, I kind of see a directional. So your heart is in the center, and that's why this is so beautiful, because we started out with in your health, which is in the center. It's already love, right? So just expand your love out into the fame and fortune area of your life, and you'll see how it goes. Now, what's so beautiful is that this upcoming week is literally going to be an expansion of love throughout your entire life. So you don't know what the fuck could happen. Are we done there? Yes. Okay. Moving along. Now, also, these feng shui readings are highly, let me just like, oh my gosh, my foot is falling asleep. They're highly spiritually, they highly kind of are spiritually heightened, right? So in the sense of like, there's a lot of spiritual growth and transformation to these bad boys. Excuse me. So I just want to I just want you to keep that in mind. Ooh, oh my gosh, somebody dude, I just love how amazing these cards are, like, together in terms of like how they all correspond with one another. And I'm getting so many downloads as I look at them. Okay. Look how cool that is. So it's like, look at how similar these two chicks are. This is like so funny. So, okay, this is what I'm getting. So foundationally, like, Six of Spades is like, just like what's being seen in this scene right now is like, all right, you're letting go of something, you're moving on from something. Oh, and by the way, this is in your love, relationships, and marriage corner of the spread. So okay, what I'm getting also is the number 64 is very significant. So maybe for somebody out there, or I'll check into my, oh no, I can't check into my phone because the phone's being used right now. So anyhow, so what's going on foundationally is you have let go of something, and you're moving on from, you're moving towards a better, like, life. You're moving, there's something better on the horizon for you is what I'm hearing and getting. And then you have open up. So it's all like, this is a foundational card, has to come first, right? So this is more of like the feminine card. Like, foundation is more of a feminine energy. And then this would be more of a, hey, Miss Amanda, I saw you pop on there, girl. And so yeah, so this would be more, and thanks for coming, by the way. So literally you're moving on to something bigger and better, but also, what was I going to say? But it's allowing you this as a, okay, I'm going to point with my fingers because I don't want to get people confused. Okay. So literally she's moving on to something bigger and better, because she's just let go of what was in her past, right? And so she's kind of like looking towards the sun or the moon, however you want to interpret that, in terms of like, okay, I'm following love, because the number 6, actually, what people don't know is the love card. Yeah, the love card in the tarot. So there you go. That was in your health. That's just to show you a little extra. What was I going to say? So foundationally, and with your feminine energies, you have just dropped something, and you have just said in your love aspect of your life, like, okay, I can no longer invest my time in whatever the fuck was going on before. And now I'm kind of like, I need to move on from that to get to better, right? To like, because you deserve better, really, ultimately. So I'm very proud of you guys. And since you did that, you are now able to open up. And it still like shocks the fucking shit out of me in terms of how similar these two cards are. It's like they're like the same woman, but yet they're different decks. I love it. So yeah, so you're opening up to your kind of like new ways, and it's actually, look how powerful that is. That's like super powerful, where it's like, let me see how close I can get. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's super powerful where you're like opening up, but you're like standing in your power, in your love power, which is like, okay, no one can fuck with me now, because now I've gotten so much clarity. I've made decisions in my life. I'm moving forward. You feel great. And you're just like, you're just bringing in that kind of essence of, I know what I want. You know, that's what I'm absolutely getting. I know what I want. Also, what I'm getting is very interesting. If you guys are into yoga and postures, this would be a very good morning move to make, like in the morning, like for this week. So that was YouTube. This is Instagram. So yeah, so just try to see it, like just do that. And that's for both masculine and feminine, you know. I do feel though, since we're, you know, I don't want to put it in that sense where, sorry, I'm just like pausing. Miss Amanda, the thing that I'm doing right now, I might end up doing the, you know, answering questions bit like sooner or later, but this is actually a feng shui reading. So I'm going to just follow through on like the entire reading ahead, but it's going to be posted on YouTube. So then once it's posted on YouTube, you can basically see like what the heck you're tuning into right now. Which is also in the title, but it's like one of those things that I'm actually doing a reading for the collective just to get to the point of it all and to answer your question. So yeah, so that is so basically you're standing, and guys, not gonna lie, like this is amazing because of the fact that this is what everybody hopes, prays, and wishes for at the end of the day, is to be able to stand in their own fucking power, whether it be feminine. It's actually, love is more of a feminine if you think about it. That's why, you know, men have to kind of actually soften up to it. Like, I feel like in order to have a good relationship, but the whole thing is, you know, this is a collective. So this is everybody's feminine side is going to be kind of excited about this shit. And basically is just going to be saying, you know what? I fucking deserve love. I am love. Amen to that. We all are. We just kind of decide to ignore that shit sometimes, which we shouldn't. We should like literally putting it, you know, best. It should be our best foot forward for sure. But sometimes it's not, you know. But in this case, in this week, it's gonna be fucking grand because that shit's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna have to just take a sip of it with this water because I'm just talking like cry. Okay. So, anything else for that card or those cards? Yeah, no, I'm gonna. It's but what a fantastic. That is a fantastic love and relationships read or like guidance right there from the 18. Oh, I've never gotten this card before. This is interesting. Okay, so in the future we have, so your next like feng shui corner is hey, so Luna manifestations. Hey guys, what's going on? So okay, so what was I gonna say? So long story short, this is what we're heading towards right now is the future, the what is it? Future children and creativity section, right? Of the spread. And this is very interesting. Okay. So foundationally and feminine wise, I shouldn't say feminine. I don't know, because it's like it's both. Whatever. So sorry, I'm like back and forth in my head, but like we're getting 4 of spades for foundationally because I'm using 2 cards. One is more general, like this one's more general, and this one is more detailed. So that's how we're getting 2 cards out of this right now. just because I felt like I needed to kind of get more detail, like as a backup. I felt like I needed it. So 4 of spades is like, 4 is the number of foundation, which is really good. And 4 of spades, this is so interesting. I have not ever gotten these 2 cards. So that is something totally freaking new for the future. And it's kind of like, okay, this is very interesting. What I'm getting is you guys have just been through this, or not you guys, we all have, as a collective, have been through this kind of like shift and transformation, going from like feeling dead, you know what I'm saying, to start blossoming back alive. That's what I'm getting for this card. Now, the whole thing is, we also might feel alone in what we're doing, right? Like, for instance, but feeling alone doesn't have to feel bad. It doesn't have to be a bad feeling at all. So the whole thing is, the idea of it is basically like, if you, what do I want to say with this? Like, okay, so I'm doing a feng shui reading. I do this alone, right? But it doesn't mean that it's actually like a bad thing at all. It's actually really fun for me. So you might see that this week something comes up where you're feeling, hey Nate Chapa, what's going on? This is so cool. So yeah, this week basically you tune into, what do you yourself and only you end up doing for the world that no one else is really doing. And I'm not saying no one else is doing, because a lot of this stuff is actually already, and I'm not going to say already invented. I'm going to say it's kind of like, so we're working with what we have, but the whole thing is, you could possibly even come up with something better based off of what we have, right? So yeah, so it's just kind of like this rebirth is what has given us that feeling alone. But again, the feeling alone is not, it's not something bad. It's just something that, like, an idea can come to you this week where you're just like, oh my God, like there's nothing out on the market that's like this. So I'm just going to kind of take it into my own hands and just do it, you know? So yeah, so when things look bad, they don't really look bad. Like, look at how bad these look. They look so bad. Like, it's like a fucking skeleton, and then it's like, it's what's it called? It's like feeling alone and dark and whatever. But like, she's like, this person, it doesn't matter like who you see on the card. It's like for both masculine and feminine, everybody. She's like, yo, I got this. Like, I'm walking into the direction I need to go with. I have the light within me. So you are definitely going to be fired up about this idea. So yeah, so just make sure that you take it, you know, like, even if no one believes in you, this is what I'm strongly getting. Even if no one believes in you in terms of this idea, take it with you and just go for it. Like, that type of thing. Like, that's the energy of this week. Like, you're going to be fired up about something. I love this song. Hold on one second. I love this song because it kind of like depicts the energy that it's going to be, but I want to see the title of it just to see what's up. Okay, it's by Swedish House Mafia. It's called One. Interesting. So yeah, you're going to be, talk about feeling alone. You're going to be one with yourself, one with the divine, creating the one thing that only you can do, right? And maybe this might be a new idea, or maybe this might be like an old idea from the past. See the skeleton? Like, you didn't think it was going anywhere, but maybe it's actually coming forward now. Like, now is the time for you to work on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like me and wanting to have always like done this, like going live, like I'm doing this now. Do you know what I'm saying? So again, like, it was kind of like a resurrected type of, you know, idea. All right. So is that enough for that one? What I am getting though is to look this up. 4 of spades. Yeah, so sorry guys, I can't like do 2 things at once. Like, I have to kind of concentrate when I do stuff, especially search for this, or I'll be here all day. But I did want to take the time to thank you guys for everything and for coming out and to like just hang out. Like, I want to be doing these more often because they're just like super fun, you know? It's like a really good way to connect with people, I feel like, online, because we can all be behind like our screens and shit like all the time, like, you know, checking out YouTube and stuff. But it's like, you know, there's this sense of like, you need to connect at one point, right? So Yeah. Four of spades. Where is this? Where is this, sucker? Okay. Okay, the cycle of creation, destruction, and renewal. Damn, that is like the truth. So yeah, that's basically what a skeleton represents. But in this case, it's something definitely like that is coming back around, one of your creations, and you know that you thought went through this destruction and then became a renewal. Let me just tell you a quick story that I feel like this really super relates to. My parents watch a lot of news. I really don't, but like sometimes, you know, through passing, like I hear stuff. And I know the artist Banksy had like, like some crazy shit happened where like he, I guess, was working on something and he didn't like it. And so he basically put it into the shredder. But then something stopped him. I don't know if I'm getting the story right, by the way, but something along these lines. Like you can look into it if you want. But something stopped him where he ended up taking this piece of art out of the shredder, and he ended up like just like, so it was like this art was like half shredded, and he like fucking framed it and shit, and it ends up being like an art piece that is like one of his hugest, biggest collectibles that people are now after. Now it's really so interesting because like you would think like, oh, an artist wants their shit to be perfect, and you know, it would make a lot of money if it was more perfect. But it's like so amazing how he basically did this. Like he was working on something, he thought it was a fucking total loss, and then all of a sudden it's resurrected and it comes back even stronger. So again, you might have an idea, like, and that was an idea that sparked in him that would have been like, you know, like obviously that idea, you know, that sparked in him to stop the piece of art from shredding all the way, like this. And I call it spirit, right? Because spirit stops you. You have your guardian angels, like all these things, like, you know, the divine forces around you, they stop you from doing different stuff just out of like randomness, you know. So the whole thing is he was stopped by like the light of whatever, you know, divine guidance he, you know, was had him, you know, go through this entire process, made him stop, made, you know, something clicked in his head where he was like, yo, I gotta stop this right now, like the shredder, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe he would have had nothing at the end of the day, but if it's like half shredded and half like, you know, normal, you still can get something out of it, and people actually really appreciated it. I know I appreciated it because of the fact that as a female, I know a lot of us, and I mean, guys too, I just can't relate that well because I'm not a guy. But I feel like there's a sense of, I mean, all of us humans, like we wanna like be perfect about shit, and we're human, so like we're not perfect. So it's better to play off of your imperfections rather than your perfections, and kind of like just really be stressed out all the time, right? So my whole thing is I appreciated that story so much, and this was just on yesterday where I was like, oh my God, it's so cool. Cause it's like, at least somebody's getting paid for their imperfections. Like, that's really awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, and made more of that come about. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. So very interesting. We're moving on. We're done with that, right? Yeah. So we're moving on to helpful people and travel. Okay. In your helpful people and travel section or area of your life this week coming up, you have the 8 of Spades. I don't know if you can see this all too well, like in terms of the detail, but I'm gonna try. Okay. This is so interesting. Okay, this is so interesting. This song is playing. You're a cinema, I can watch you forever. Like, but she looks like I like literally as I just heard that song and I was just like observing what's going on this card, like taking it all in. Like she like this person looks like as if they're in a cinema. Like the curtains are being unveiled. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. To be honest with you, talk about imperfection. I don't even know how to. I'm gonna have to like sit on this card for a second, or I may have to read what it actually means because nothing's kicking in for that one. That's interesting. I know 8. It is 8 is infinity, so I feel like I'm on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Like let's like really, you know, get rid of, like sift through what we know, and yet then come down to the actual final answer, right? So this is funny. So 8 is infinity, spades I have to see. Yeah, I just have to like look that up. All right, so let's look it up. But that's also paired with simply love, which is beautiful. Now, what is coming to me though, it's very, guys, I'm trying to do like both of these, you know, trying to show you all of it. Okay. So, all right, long story short, what did I want to say? Okay. So what was coming to me originally is that there's actually going to be somebody in your world, because we're talking about helpful people and travel. There's going to be somebody in your world that actually sees something in you and wants to take you to a higher ground. Okay. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know. It could be career. It could be in hobby. It could be, they see that you have a talent to be a part of a team or something like that. But they basically, the simple love that somebody has for you, whether it be a mentor or, or somebody that just like you're linked to, is what I'm getting, is like you're going to end up like that person who simply loves you is going to be uplifting you up. So yeah, and that's going to take you to higher heights. Like, I don't know what it is. So, and I want to say like, so what's coming to me right now is very interesting. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Jersey Shore. I fucking love the Jersey Shore. So like the whole thing is, like, I just feel like the way that the Jersey Shore was found, they all didn't know each other, and yet they were kind of plucked, right, by like the production team or whatever, right, and MTV or whatever. But in the same way, you're going to be plucked for something, and it's going to take you to, I'm not saying a show, it could be a show or it could be some, but there's going to be a placement that you're going to be put into, which is a little bit larger than you were even expecting. Like, so it's really kind of like divine help from above. And it's going to bring you a lot of balance and satisfaction. I feel that's really what's coming to me in terms of like fulfillment. You're going to feel as if you've kind of like, this is what you've been waiting for. This is your element. This is like, and I kind of see this face like from afar. Do you see like where it's like, you can't really tell that it is a face. It looks like a cup. So I feel like your cup is going to be filled, and it's going to be able to stand alone. So after feeling alone and standing alone and resurrecting your craft of whatever you're working on, somebody is going to see it, and somebody is going to let you know what the next step is, whether they can help you in terms of uplifting you in your work, or your skill set or your knowledge, or however you show up in the world. They're just definitely going to help you somehow. Interesting. Okay, let me look up the 8 of Spades. 8 of Spades. Okay. Justice, reason, and fairness. Awesome. So like whatever you've been maybe even working towards, or this long-awaited project that you've been waiting to expand on from, your future creativity and children aspect of yourself, whatever you've been working on really comes to fruition in terms of you receive justice for it. That's a perfect way of putting it. Okay, Instagram just paused. So, but I'm back, guys. I don't know if you can see me, but you'll hopefully you'll see this on YouTube later. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yeah. So these that's pretty awesome. So yeah, you're going to be very grateful for the simple love that somebody has showed to you and has showed up in for you to kind of grow into a newer aspect of yourself, higher heights, like things that you never even it may even be something that you never even thought of yourself doing, but you're just like, yeah, that's fitting. Like that would be something that I would like, Oh, this is amazing. Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is so exciting. Okay. So the next area we're going to be talking about is your career. So first we have the King of Hearts, which he's like badass, right? Like he's badass. And this is just an energy of, whether you're a guy or girl, doesn't matter. It like is an energy of, you have taken your power back. You are the lead role. And this is, my heart is actually going. It's like, this is like filled with so many hearts. Beautiful. Your heart is so freaking, it's so clear in knowing what it wants, that it's not stopping at anything. So you are going to get this fulfillment in your career aspect for sure, because look at what this is. I love it. Success and growth. Beautiful. So yeah, so this is just super powerful, super like big changes at the end of the day. This is an 8 card, so it's infinity again. We have a lot of 8s here, so it's a lot of 5s, a lot of 6s, a lot of 8s. Yeah. Okay. What was I gonna say? And what I'm getting also, because I'm like listening to the music that's playing, which is also a lot of my signs that, guys, again, I'm really sorry about this YouTube. I get sucked into Instagram sometimes because it's closer. But what I want to say is like, with this song playing, yo, my heart is going like crazy. With the song playing, it's, the lyrics are, I'll follow you wherever you go. And now don't get surprised if you end up getting a lot more followers on your social media account, because that's also what I'm getting, is like, this is going to be, you're very unique to what you're going to be doing. So it's like, this is not even a surprise, really. Right. So, and you're like, love, the thing is, when you come from your heart essence, right? And there, look at how many hearts there are here too. Like, I'm going to try to show both of you. So if you can see, there's like a heart in the vines. All of these vines are hearts. Then this is the King of Hearts. So it's like amazing how these cards are really matched up, because of the fact that when you follow your heart and you put a lot of love into your career, whatever it is, your job, your career, your investments, your heart is an intuitive type of tool that you're using and that you're following. There's no other option other than for you to grow, right? Grow into success even. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, you have to follow your heart if you want success. That's bottom line. Like, people think that that's bullshit. It's really not, because it's the heart is the foundation. It's like what pumps your body. You know what I'm saying? Without the heart, you're never going to get your light even, So the heart and the spark of light within you, they need to work together to bring you to success. I'll be a reason for tomorrow. That is sparking the sense of your career development in terms of growth and success is basically helping a lot of your tomorrows, but the tomorrows of other people around you, whether you're working for a company or you're creating something new for society and the earth. Like, it's really going to be another step, another level up, where you're going to be like, so you're going to be like immensely helpful to the future, immensely, tremendously. I'm getting to look up the King of Hearts. So a lot of the times I like look stuff up because there's just so much I want to say about this. So I have a lot of cards, right? And so I haven't memorized all the cards, because there's like 70 cards in each deck pretty much that I have, and or less, but like a lot of cards, right? So I'm not going to follow all of them, but I interpret them as it comes. Also, something that I wanted to make note of is if you are wanting to get into tarot card reading and oracle cards and things like that, one thing to really kind of know about yourself in terms of self-knowledge is to know how you learn. I learn through writing. So I feel like I'm actually going to be writing things down, like, in terms of receiving stuff, like very shortly, because I'm going to try that route just to see if I get even more information or more accurate information. Like, that'd be cool. Or even to do it like in one-on-one reads would be awesome, right? But yeah, if you're just getting into it, it's really good to know. And even in general, I was just reading about it today, that it's really good to know in terms of like what way you learn best. So writers, if you're a writer, they say writing is the best way that you learn because you're always sparked with like aha moments. Some people, I also actually learn a lot as I talk because I like stream stuff. So that's why I actually even like coming online and just like talking or whatever, because I just feel like I'm teaching myself, but I'm also teaching others. So it's like really huge in terms of how you learn. There's different ways of learning. You could be reading, you could be, some people learn by doing, some people learn by, there's a whole list that I came up with that was taught to me just today, actually, through a book that I can share with you if you want to know. Just, ask the question and I can possibly come back on here. But yeah, but like, so that's my suggestion to you, is to literally just like figure out how you read, and because only you'll know how you read the best, and and how it's going to work for you. And so just do that. There's an amazing quote too that I like heard, like, you can't change you, so you might as well just like learn what works for you, or something like that. That wasn't verbatim, but it was how I perceived it. And I was like, yeah, you're damn right. I mean, what are you gonna do? It's like that's the easier route, if anything. So that's the way to go about doing it. All right, so King of Hearts, it says sensitivity and creativity channeled into professional success. Imagine, guys, like this is so amazing that both came out very similar. Wow, what confirmation of like, holy smoke. I've never had such a powerful read. Like, this is huge. I mean, all my reads are powerful, but I'm saying that this is really like, this is even wowing me. So again, if I'm not looking into the cameras, guys, just like, you're allowed to just sit there, be quiet, and just like close your eyes and just take it all in. You don't even have to be looking at me. You don't have to be like, because again, sometimes people get pissed off when you're like, oh my God, look at me in the camera. It's like, I can't be doing all of this right now. So it's just organically how I'm trying to be like natural. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is I can't be tossing, like I'm not managing anything right now. Like this is already a lot to manage as I'm streaming. So it'll just have to do, put it that way. All right, so success and career, I don't even have to go into that because everybody's different, but that's basically what to expect. And my whole thing is just go with your heart, because that's basically, and again, they mentioned, this is probably why I had to go back into it. They mentioned King of Hearts, which is sensitivity and creativity channeled, right? So again, a heart is sensitive. We all have it. That's why I always say we're always sensitive beings. As humans, we're sensitive beings for sure. Give me 1 second. New hole potential. I don't know what the frig this is. I'm not going to touch it because I don't know what's going on. 52. Okay. So yeah, so you have to, in business, this is also very interesting. In business, to be a really good business person, you have to bring an element of sensitivity into it, which is hard. But also, where do businesses come from, guys? Businesses are an extension of what you care for. That's basically what it is. So it's like, are you interested in, nightclubs? Do a nightclub. You know what I'm saying? Like, go work at a nightclub. Are you interested in books? Write a book. Like, so you're never gonna do something that you're not interested in unless it's for money, right? Like, it's just one of those things. So, but the whole thing is you can have both, your heart be present in the aspect of you making money. So never leave your heart out. Never leave your heart out of situations, because that's going to tell you everything. That is like your receiver. So professional success, yeah, it's going to be amazing. So what I want to say is just keep your heart into all of what you do. And that's why I'm so grateful for these two cards containing the heart, because it's like, you're going to get that. Actually, you're going to really get that this time around. And what I also see is a lot of people at work, for instance, or at different jobs, like you kind of feel like sometimes you can't be you right away. Oh, thanks. Sometimes you can't be you even right away, or you can't be yourself fully, because you're told that professionally you have to be a certain way, you have to uphold yourself to certain criteria and whatever. And it's like, okay, there is that too, but you have to kind of humanize up also at your job, and that's your responsibility, right? So And there's always that line that you don't want to cross, right? Because then it's kind of like a little too much. But the whole thing is, it's like now we're all starting to wake up to this, where it's like, okay, we're going to start bringing our hearts to freaking work and our hearts to our businesses. And that, because you're going to see that there's success and fulfillment within yourself when you do that. And it's not even about the money all the time. It's about you wanting to be free in your own skin, in your own body, in your own element, right? Like you just want to be like, why do you like, because it's exhausting. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's like you've already been through so much too, like in terms of the card spread, the resurrection of all this stuff, feeling alone, all this. Like there are feelings that you experience on a daily basis, and from a moment to moment basis, where you're just going to be like, you're literally, hey Ricky, what's going on? You're really going to you know, you're what's it called, you're like, you're going through all these emotions basically throughout your day, from a moment to moment basis. And for you to just like clog up or close up your unique essence of yourself, just to kind of you know, be obligated to a company that you're working for, just, you know, like it's too much. It's too much on the body. It's too much on a person's psyche. And it's like, and at some point also, like you're going to have a lot of people want to quit because they can't feel like they can be themselves. And that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. I mean, listen, I'm not going to go to work cursing, right? Like that's what I'm saying. There's an element or a line that you can't draw, or that you can, that needs to be drawn, right? Because you can't, like, yeah, we would all like to be like such, you know, free people, which we are, but there's a way to be free within yourself, but also, you know, what's the word called? I want to say obliged, but it's not coming to me. Like you, not reprimand, whatever, to follow the criteria or follow the ways of the company, right? But the thing is, companies also don't realize that they need their humans to be themselves, because that's the best type of business you're going to get. Like people are going to be so happy, excuse me, your employees are going to be so happy when they feel like they can be themselves. And, you know, and the whole thing is, companies don't realize either that what they're hiring they really want helpful people, you know, kind people. That's what you want to do. You want to be yourself at all times, and you want your employees to be themselves at the entire time, because there's a natural flow to it all. People like that. Do you know what I'm saying? There's also this trustworthy essence to it that is just so beautiful, where people, when they feel free within themselves, there's a flow, and then they can bring that to another person, so that there's a flow of just not personification, but like to be personable. What is that? Yeah, I guess I was gonna personal ability. No, it's to be more personable. That's basically what it is. So, you know, all companies want this. They actually just haven't really simplified enough to figure out what it is in terms of how to get there, if that makes any sense. Yes, I love the song. Heaven's got a plan for you, baby. Amen. All right, so moving on to the guys, I'm excited for this freaking week coming up. There's so many eights across the board. Okay, so all right, so long story short, we're moving on to your knowledge, your spirituality, and your self-discovery or self-knowledge aspect of yourself, right? That area. So in that area, we're getting 8 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds. Look at, there's so much going on in that card. Holy smokes. Send me good juju, guys. I'm kidding. I gotta just take a second to like look at it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in here either, but 8 of diamonds, you know it's damn good. All right, so, and you know it's damn good when you're getting dreams coming true. I'm excited. All right, so dreams coming true, because guess what? All of what you have been wishing for lately is actually going to start manifesting. This is so exciting. And I feel that. And what's amazing is that you have 8 across the entire bottom part of the read, which means that this is your foundation. So it's like 888. Your infinity is your foundation now, and that's where we've just shifted into, which is amazing. By the way, I'm so grateful to be giving this divine timing of a read right now, because I'm like an expert at transitions and just kind of like moving from one phase into another. So it makes sense that I'm doing this right now, because I just feel like this song pisses me off. Hold on one second. It doesn't piss me off. It just like gets me crazy. Sometimes I'm not in the mood. Hold on. Next. Okay, cool. Like I need some vocals sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so what was I gonna say? So let me look up what this is. But yeah, no, so basically I'm like, I literally want to say that I definitely am an expert in transitions and how to deal with them. Except for when I speak, because I've noticed, I cut out on Instagram. Sorry guys. Hold on. Sorry. I'm just gonna do this real quick. On Instagram cut out, so I don't know how to freaking do this. Oh, wait, how do I do it again? Shit. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I'm going to try to get Instagram back on here. Oh, wait. Shit. Okay. Sorry, guys. It cut out on Instagram. I guess because, again, it's my first time doing it. So there's probably a time limitation on there, too. So, yeah, if you want, come back on. If not, then we'll just, check into the YouTube channel. And again, this is really good, though. This is a really good experience for me, because I don't know how it all works. I don't know like which one it allows me to post more footage and this and that. So it's really good. Okay. So we're in the middle of my reading. By the way, this is like part 2 of the reading for Instagram, and then on YouTube, I'm just like going straight on through. So thanks YouTube for waiting up on that, for your patience in that. So yeah, so what I was going to say is you're basically your 8 of diamonds. So 8's across the board, and we're looking into 8 of diamonds, which is, so I was saying about transitions, like I'm like a real expert on transitions, except for the fact that, because I don't really I like these type of deeper conversations, so I don't really like small talk. Like I can't even transition out of them. Like I'm very awkward with small talk. And maybe not. Like maybe I'll come. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I've gotten some practice in it, so like maybe I'm not that bad. But like I just feel that I am. But long story short, I just wanted to say that it makes a lot of sense for me to be doing this reading right now for you guys, because of the fact that we are in a transition coming, like basically closing off doors from our past and then moving into the future, of which looks fucking amazing this upcoming week. It's like amazing. It's so amazing. So I just wanted to check into the 8 of diamonds, because there's a lot going on here. Oh, beautiful. Love. It makes so much sense now that I've read it. Okay. Because I'm like, what am I looking at? And again, art can be depicted any which way, but when nothing's coming to you, you just gotta be honest with yourself. But long story short, okay, so the first card as a foundation is 8 of diamonds. And basically what it's saying here is 8 of diamonds is comfort achieved through work and persistence. Now, it's amazing. What I'm getting actually here, though, too, is somebody's going to acknowledge you for your work and persistence. So again, that might just relate back to your helpful people in travel. But this is amazing, because it's like all of the dreams that you've been wishing for in terms of what will be giving you your comfort and what do they call it? Comfort. Okay, your achieved comfort. It's like you've been planning, though. You've been planning, like designing your life in terms of what would make you feel comfortable, and maybe that's something you might want to look further into this week. But like the whole thing is, it's like once you declare that for yourself, you will get it. So make sure that that's something you're proactive about. Like, that's a great question, actually. I've never even posed that to myself, which is like, what do you think would make you feel comfortable in this life in terms of being, having, doing, envisioning for yourself, all that stuff. You definitely want to make sure that, you're calling in what you want for your life. And you need to do that. This is a receiving position. So, in terms of preparation, I'm sure that, the people that I attract are super awesome in terms of like giving and receiving, right? So the whole thing is, now it's your time to receive, because you've been doing so much giving in terms of being persistent about it, that you're now able to receive, and it's a receiving of a big time receiving. Yeah. So that's huge. So also what I'm getting is that you're going to be receiving a lot of information in terms of how you work and what you need to know about yourself. And that's going to, interesting. That makes sense. And that's going to provide you a lot of comfort. Thank you, 18. In terms of, maybe you're thinking that you had a weakness that was actually strength, or strength that is actually weakness. So you're going to get a lot of clarity in terms of like what you want to work with. And it just makes so much sense that, you're now going to know exactly what to work with in order to make you feel more comfortable in your life, right? So a lot of times, in order to get what you want, you have to also kind of purge and sift through and release and dismiss, like, in terms of being honest with yourself, like what's not working for you. So you've possibly already been doing that as a preparation for your dreams coming true, or you're simultaneously doing it, or you've done it, and then now it's because really what these cards are showing is that like you're now actually receiving totally all of your blessings. Excuse me. So I don't know if I don't want to like X this out. Hold on one second. I don't know. Okay, guys, I can't see anybody's name in the chat because there's like a screen on top of it asking me for what I want as an option. So if I'm not saying hi to you, hi. that's a hi for the entire time going forward, because I don't know who I'm going to catch, who I'm not going to catch. So thanks for stopping in. That's all I got to say. And I'm going to come to you with more things. By the way, is there more that I need to share in terms of this? Okay. There is something. What I'm getting is very interesting. I'm being shown these like pentacles. So, and they are pretty much pentacles. And what's so interesting is like they are a Chinese coin with a directional in the middle. So I don't know if you guys can tell, like, if you just like look at you might not be able to tell. I'm going to try, but I don't think so. There's a yellow pentacle. So here, do you see, I don't know if you could see see the yellow pentacles, these ones right here. Yeah, that's what I'm being drawn to look at, that one right there. What was I going to say? There's something that because this is a aspect of your knowledge and spirituality. There's something that within you that you need to do about your money, or when you receive money, you're going to know what to do with, or there's something that you need to plan on doing, like in terms of like make a plan, so that when you receive, dream come true money, that you're going to know exactly what to do with it. So, and again, so in this pentacle, you can see that, again, the glare, but you're going to see, let me see. Okay. So in this pentacle, you see that there's kind of like a plus sign in it. It's like positive money is coming in. Your money's going to be the positive, but also the plus sign to me is a directional, which is kind of like your sail, right? Like when you set sail, there's like kind of like a plus sign holding the sail. So for you to move. So it's basically like, make sure that you just have a plan, and a plan is more of like a direction. So make sure you have a plan down in terms of where your money is going to be invested in, like, in terms of your dreams. Makes so much sense now. Okay, thank you guys. Oh, this is crazy. All right, so let me just tell you. So long story short, how I ended up doing my financials is, like, I simplify them in terms of, okay, you have your basics, right? But then also, because a lot of the time I've noticed that when you get paid, you like, people kind of complain to, and I did too, in terms of like, oh my god, you just fucking spent all of your money, you don't even know where it went. And not only that, but you don't feel like you kind of gained anything out of it, which is, a lot of the time people want to make sure that their money is going towards their dreams of some sort, right? But then they don't plan for it, so then they like, kind of like, don't see that vision, and then that vision gets, you kind of end up what's it called, you kind of end up going, what's it called, like bypassing it and just ignoring it for so many years on end, and then you're waiting for like a lump sum amount of money, but you're just like, dude, but you had it all the time, you just had to kind of budget for it, you know? So the whole thing is, this makes so much sense of why this is even coming up, is you're going to want to also, so the way that I'm doing it, this is how I'm going to share it with you. The way that I do it, because my dreams mean so much to me, because they make me feel alive, right? At the end of the day, even if you're working a 9-to-5 job, it's like, okay, you're receiving this money, you're working for the money, it doesn't even matter, but you need to make sure that your dreams are coming alive at the same time for you to feel alive at your job and alive throughout your life, right? So what I do is I take envelopes, I take red envelopes, which is a Feng Shui kind of like protector of the of your funds, right? And I basically label out each, like, whenever I get an idea of, okay, I want to have money for this, like whether it be a vacation or like, oh, I want to create this product, right? Like, I basically create a label and I place it on the envelope, and now I have a kind of like a budget system where I want to, you know, like, place my money in, and what is it going towards. So you have your basics, which are like, you know, like your, I was gonna say appliances, which are like your what's it called, like your, whatever, the bills that you pay, like you know, rent, and you know, the basic stuffs to live, to survive, the survival basics, put it that way. And then, you know, and if you want a new wardrobe, that can be a dream of yours, and so you kind of create alongside your budget. So whenever you get in money, you basically divide up that money towards whatever needs to, like, get paid out. And one of the things that need to get paid out is yourself and your dreams, which is, you know, by paying your dreams, I feel like paying your dreams, you're paying yourself first, in a sense. So so then you basically would put, you know, whatever type of money you want to budget for your dreams, for that particular dream, you would put it towards, give me one second, you would put it towards what's it called, I gotta take my shoes off, you would put it towards blah 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 blah, what's it called, your, sorry, I just like totally got fucking distracted. It happens to me all the time, by the way, so it's like, this is gonna be a part of me, so just get ready for it. I'm feeling a lot of heat, so it's like, wow, there's going to be a lot coming in. Long story short, yeah, just plan for your dreams and make sure that you have everything planned out and budgeted for, because you don't want to miss out on a dream that's coming to you and your heart really desires, which is, again, paying yourself first, in my eyes, right? I'm not a financial advisor or consultant, but I do think practically, and I think for myself. And I feel as though that is a great way to basically plan out for your dreams, but also make sure that you know what you're going to do with your money once it comes in, right? And this is like your paycheck money, and this is like your money that if a windfall were to happen to you, like, you know exactly where it's going. Also, what I'm getting is something to note there is like just declare what you want, like in terms of monetary gains, like what do you want to put towards that dream, or that new dream of yours, right? Like, if you're creating a new dream or creating a list of dreams, make sure to create like what type of monies you want to see in there, in terms of like, oh, you want to see $5 in there, like what's the budget that you want to see. So break it down from like, okay, I want if your dream is like $1,000, you know, then just put like $1,000 by, you know, the end of the year, but then also with the breakdown of, you know, add $5 every week for that paycheck. You know, guys, this doesn't take too long to do. It's just something that you have to take time to do in order to have a better life for yourself, right? So like if you want to see, you know, like again, like if you want to see do I even go into it? It's like, no, don't. I was just gonna fucking just like go into it, but I'm a rambler, so like I gotta kind of have to stop myself short in terms of in terms of like figuring out, you know, when to stop talking. What was I gonna say? So are we done with this card? Okay, yeah, that was the last thing I had to say. That was like really importante. Okay, so moving on to that was your knowledge, spirituality, and self-discovery. That is super exciting, guys. Super exciting. Okay, moving on to family, past, and ancestors. Okay, this is that area. So you have the 10 of Spades, which to me, this card is like waking the fuck up. Yes. And then you have Balance, which is 14. Wow. So that's really cool. Okay. So here's how I'm interpreting this. Okay. This is really awesome. So in your family, whether it be your soul family or your what's it called? Your soul family or your regular blood related family. What the fuck is this? What was that? That was so weird. Okay. So 10 is new beginnings. This is like, I feel like a spiritually waking up. Like, I feel like wherever you may have felt disconnected from your family or your ancestors, like there's something going to be woken up there, whether it's a secret or, you know, just people coming to life even, you know, in your family. Like there was somebody that maybe you love so much and you're like, damn, I wish they could see what the fuck they're doing with their lives that is like debilitating them. It's like they're finally waking up to this idea of, dude, I'm doing it the wrong way. There's a better way that I can actually have a lot more happiness and positivity out of my life rather than just doing it the normal way that A, you've been taught, or B, you know, you just didn't know. Some of us don't know all the things that all of us other people know. You know what I'm saying? Some of us didn't get the message, you know what I'm saying? But also, it's really interesting because the reason I feel like why people are waking up is because they're reuniting with themselves, right? So there's a balanced energy going on where I just feel like people are coming into peace with themselves, coming into unity with themselves. So both balance of the feminine and the masculine, it's like together, they're coming together and they're basically, you know, there's an enlightenment there that wakes them the fuck up to be like, oh my God, I can do this instead of this now, or I can, you know, like I can switch up my roles here, or, you know, like there's just going to be an acceptance of sorts is what I'm hearing. And getting like an acceptance. So you'll accept something that, you know, in terms of how you've been doing things, but you'll also be accepting of the fact that there's a better way and you're actually allowing yourself, because you're in such a receiving mode. I mean, literally such a receiving mode that like you, like, it's like the universe is conspiring to help you do things better for yourself and for everybody around you. So in effect, like this is like, this could even be you where you're coming into play, but all of us are getting, you know, just rebalanced and waking up in that essence so that we can literally, that we can like do life better. You know what I'm saying? Where we don't have to like push us hard, or we don't have to like, it's more of receiving, you know, receiving essence to it. Like things are just going to start clicking where you're going to be like, oh, okay, now I get it. Oh, this is interesting. And 14 is the number of change. So you have new beginnings and 14 is a number of change. I like how they actually say balance because my birthday is on the 14th day of January. So like to me, it's really hilarious how, hi guys, hi Philosophy 87. Thanks for coming on. So yeah, the 14 is like, it's really interesting how they depict the number 14 as a balance, because I really do, in my essence, feel very balanced. So that's like an enlightenment for me then. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like look how amazing that card is. Like everybody, like your heart is blending in together. The necklace that they're wearing is like now one. I mean, it's really beautiful. It's such a great like, and it's totally vibrating out, right? So if it's just one person in the family doing it, it's like it's a trickle effect, by the way. So these are the vibes that you're sending out. What I'm also getting here is there's sparks of light here that I was just like shown to look at. And I want to say that, hold on, let me just breathe into it. Yeah, there's definitely change, but sparks of light, how do I want to say this? Just be aware of it is what I'm hearing. So again, it's an enlightenment that's coming through in terms of maybe how you also want to kind of like deal differently maybe with some family members, or you kind of are just like seeing things for what they are and seeing them clearly, right? And seeing them in a more like believable way. Like, okay, now I'm seeing this, so I can actually now I can actually treat the situation better because you're seeing clearly, because you're seeing with a more diamond like essence, right? Like a clarity, right? So yeah, something's going to be revealed, whether it's like a secret or something like that, or something that you need to know, or, you know, just something, maybe somebody even is getting vulnerable with you in terms of, you know, they woke up, you know, they blended within themselves and they're just like willing to be like, okay, so I'm woken the fuck up, and so now I can get kind of vulnerable with my family if you weren't able to before, or things like that, you know, which is beautiful. I mean, that's honestly, it's like, and also stepping into your power in terms of, you know, when we're talking about your love and relationships, like that's going to be an all week thing. Like that's amazing. That's so this transformation, you're going to have the power of love behind it to be like, yo, listen, I don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks. I feel very good in the aspects of me like wanting what's it called, me wanting to kind of better myself and connect better with my family, and you know, just like have that be done. Again, this doesn't have to be with, you know, blood related family. It could be with family that is soul tribe family, your friends, your, I even call my customers, my clients, my family, because they really are like, you attract them for a reason, and they're family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, by the way, should be family. You should not be cutting anybody out as family because of the fact that it's like, we are all this, like, I'm going to say feng shui family. I'm going to add that feng shui there because I do that. But what I'm saying is we're all this, we're a huge world family globally, right? Global family. So as humans, so we need to be treating each other as such and have that major respect. So, you know, there's an awakening there that like people are just like I'm going to say growing up, because it does. There's a maturity level there that needs to be had so that people can kind of unite better. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Gosh, this is amazing. Okay, cool. You guys, okay, hold on one second. I gotta take a, hey, Svetlana. Okay, moving on to, all right, is that done, by the way? Okay. Yeah, things are looking bright, like real bright, though, in your, like, there's, like, a sunrise here, like, yes, baby. Things are looking bright in your family area. So again, and I just want to add, just like you are, you know, forced to be kind with like your clients and like your employees and all that stuff, the same goes with your entire family. This should not be any fucking different, you even if you are too used to them. That's all I gotta say. Because sometimes being too used to them, you think that you have to kind of like, you know, like kind of get comfortable with them, and getting comfortable is like fuck you or whatever, and it's like, don't do that. Just don't do that. Don't go there. Somebody just, all right, I don't know. Okay. So in your wealth and power corner, which I like to call wealth and empowerment, you are getting Jack of Spades, or we are getting Jack of Spades. Jack of Spades. Which I actually don't know what that means yet. Something like you're prepared. Like there's a sword and like you're prepared to like, I don't know. It's like you're prepared to like protect. There's something there you're prepared to protect. Talk about protect. Look at this card. It's like a rebuild, but she's protecting her heart. That's crazy, right? Talking about protecting. She's just like, yo, hands over her heart. Like, you ain't gonna go there. You ain't gonna go there. So, okay, let me, because I've been streaming. You know what I'm saying? So, Jack of Spades. Let's see. Caution, potential. Okay, interesting. So here's the thing. When you go with your heart, you don't have to be cautious. That's literally the truth. When you go with your heart, you can fucking be very sporadic and very hasty, right? I give you permission because there's a drive there, there's a pull, and the heart is pure. And actually, you can only do that when you are pretty much so of the purity level where you treat other people with kindness, you treat yourself with kindness, you are doing it for the better of, basically you're doing it for the light aspect of things, right? Making it all better for everybody involved. It may not look like it that way when you're following your heart, but at the end of the day, a lot of us are not taught, we're taught short-term happiness. We're not taught long-term happiness. But when you're following your heart, you're literally taking long-term happiness steps. You're taking steps for your long-term happiness. So you have to have patience. That's it. So when people are like maybe judging you or whatever, saying like, oh, it may be that you're saying that you're following your heart, but you're fucking over all these other people, like just to get, just to kind of follow your heart. Like it may look like that, but these people don't have your vision, right? Or your vision. So they don't have your vision. So it's like, and me, I look like an asshole a lot because I don't want to explain myself, because I know that we don't have the same vision, and my vision may seem fucking entirely crazy to some people, and my vision may be totally imperfect and incomplete. So it's like sometimes, and I feel like when I tell my visions to somebody, like, not that I'm scared to, but like a lot of the times it's like you don't know which way, how it's going to expand out. You don't know which way it's going. You just have this drive, this idea, it's pulling you, you just go, and that's it, Just like a kid doesn't have to explain themselves why they want to play with a certain fucking toy. They just like go grab it, and that's it. The action is done. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, when we get older, we want explanations. We want to know why. I mean, it's so funny because I've been told in my life, Svetlana knows this because you're the one who told us when I was younger, because I was all about the why. What are we doing? But I was very curious, right? And so it's just really funny because at the end of the day, when you're kind of a producer, but you're a quiet producer, people want to know a little bit more. And you're like, dude, I can't even explain this shit to you because I don't even know what's going on with me, right? So you look crazy, but you're following your heart. That's all you know that you're doing. And it's just like, dude, you're doing what you're getting, but you can't really explain anything else. So, which sucks because it looks like you're being an asshole, but like really, there's nothing to explain, right? So long story short, so with this one, I want to say it says potential and then it says caution. But the thing is, I don't see this as a caution. I see this as you know the potential of what's inside your heart, okay? You know the potential. You're not willing to explain it. And the caution may seem to be a little risky, okay? But I can tell you something right now. When you know you're following your heart, whatever is risky is actually meant to be. You just do it. Don't even look at it as a risk. So many people talk about risks in business and like, oh, it's a little too risky. And it's like, no, it's only risky if you are going against your heart. Just know that always, right? So it's one of those things that it's just like, to cut out the cautionary, you go with your heart, and you go with the potential of things, right? So you might be like in limbo where you're like, okay, well, I'm ready in case this doesn't work out, but I can kind of see it going to where I want it to go, you know? Glare. Okay. So yeah, so you're kind of just like seeing out over yonder and you're like, okay, you're like in your thoughts thinking about it and you're like, should I not, should I do it, whatever. And then you're like, okay, well, I have a sword here in case I have to protect myself from the non-believers, these mofos that honestly I can't even I can't even sometimes, like it's like too fucking much. But because when you're trying to focus, you're like, yo, these people are like trying to be like little kids in your life, like, mom, like you're like trying to like be by yourself, like on a toilet, for instance. I know that's like mom problems. Like, and then all of a sudden your kids are like banging on the door, like, mom, when are you coming out? When are you coming? And it's like, dude, it's the same with like people who create and like who invent and who think and like who need to be like literally focused on creating. Like, we get sideswiped sometimes. So it's just kind of like, you know, by the non-believers. And then you're just like, oh fuck, like this is not helping me. But you know, sometimes you do need a break. So I'm not going to say that it's a bad thing. So long story short, this is why it's crazy, because you're trying to literally rebuild, okay, just like a new essence of yourself. Everything, like, excuse me, you've gained all of this kind of like newness in your life in terms of like dreams coming true and, you know, expansion and all of this stuff that you literally need. You're now thinking, and maybe it's even wealth that you've come into and you're like kind of protecting it and you're just like, listen, like I've worked fucking damn hard on this shit and I don't want anybody coming between me and my monies. You know what I'm saying? But like the whole thing is, it's because you know your heart has been put through a lot in terms of getting to this point. So the whole thing is there's just potential. Like and all I gotta say is you're allowed to protect what you've created. Just to let you know, you're allowed to protect, because you also know that you've created stuff that are for the collective. So this is, and you know that with you and yourself, and I hope that this is the case for you, because I know it's the case for me. I've grown into that, though. I didn't know that from the beginning. There's a gentleness that you've grown into with yourself, that you're willing to now stand in your power. You're willing to now stand in your strength. You're willing to now, defend your heart in terms of like you've now connected so well with your heart that it's only smart for you to be kind of overprotective over it, but not in a negative way. It's just kind of like you're watching out for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you would for like your younger brother, younger sister, or like your child. Like you're just like, you're not trying to be like overprotective, but you're trying to be like, hey, listen, I got a heart here. I have to take care of it. You know, I also see my heart as like an inner child, right? It's very sensitive, very light filled, and you have to protect the shit out of that. So like if some bully comes to you and is just kind of like, oh, let me have what you're having, you're gonna second guess this shit real nice, like in your wealth and empowerment. You're gonna be like, listen, buddy, I know you don't work as hard as me. Like I know what I put into this scenario, and I know that you working as hard as me, so you can't just really come in and take what you want. Do you know what I'm saying? So there has to be a healthy protection there over your heart and over your creation and over what you've created for yourself. Like, because that's smart, you know, you have to be well balanced in that, you know. I'm not saying be scared of everything, you know. Once you come into money, or once you come into an income, or literally your empowerment, like full throttle, you're what I just fucking blanked out. I'm not saying that you should be guarded, is what I'm saying. You shouldn't be guarded at all, but you should be guarded enough to be a protector of yourself and to be like, listen, you know what I'm saying? Like you need to put some boundaries up. That's the only way that you're going to have a happy life, guys. That's what I'm trying to say, is like boundaries up, and boundaries up at all times. Like you have to stick to them. Some people get tired of like having to defend their boundaries, but it's like, dude, there is Tim Ferriss said it best, and he was like, and I'm gonna try to not like, I don't know it like verbatim, but he had said in his book 4-Hour Work Week, which you guys need to all read because it's so fucking badass. And it's like literally like how I live, which is so crazy, but like, or how I think, but he has like, obviously he shares like his better ideas also, you know, but he basically talks about, what was the idea, guys, that I wanted to share with that? Damn, there was something there. What was it? About whatever. Maybe there. Well, I know there was it was another example that I wanted to share, but this one was all right. But another example coming in is basically like all of us are like little kids, right? Like we are in adult form, but we have not grown out of our childlike essence. So like he basically was talking like in terms of, he was like sharing like how to like deal with people. Oh, that's what it was. That on the playground, the kid with the most like the bully, right? That comes after the kid that's willing to just fight back every time. Like the kid could be puny, but the kid, if he has the will to fight back every time, the bully eventually will leave him alone because he sees that he's actually more of a challenge than if somebody were to be scared of him, and then he can easily take advantage of them and then whatever, right? And I don't mean to be saying he, but it's like a masculine energy, right? And so what he was saying was, he was saying that basically like be the kid that is constantly saying, like if you're the kid that's constantly saying no, 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 it's like people are just going to think that you're going to say no all the time. Like that's what they're going to expect. And they're not going to even want to fight you on that anymore because you've stuck to your ways so freaking, you know, consistently that, you know, they're not gonna mess with you anymore. So what he was saying is, it's like if you don't win the quote unquote fight, it doesn't matter. Just keep sticking to kind of being loud and like, you know, voice your opinion and just like be annoying if you have to, because eventually they will let go of you, right? So with this being said, in your wealth and empowerment, this could be you, where it's like you have some fucking annoying, you know, family member, somebody coming at you or asking you to do the same thing over and over. You're like, no, 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 you know, in terms of boundaries. And, you know, I just went through that recently, you know, where it's like, I just said it once and then I had to pull back because I'm not going to keep explaining myself. And it took a little while for the other person to understand it, but it's not a negative thing. It's just that I needed my space for, you know, to regain my energy and to regain just what I had to do for the world, right? So, you know, may this person not be upset or anything, but the whole thing is, you know, sometimes distance and space is a really good boundary. And some people, you know, again, since we're all little kids, like that want to play with each other all the time because we're so excited, you know, there has to be boundaries where you end up setting where it's like, okay, I can't hang out with you for more than an hour, or I can't hang out with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you have your shit to get to. So whether it be however you know, either you have shit to get to or, you know, you don't feel right in a certain way, like you have to voice your shit so that people can stop messing with you. And then you'll be able to guard your heart and your light better, which is actually at the end of the day, everybody's compassionate, everybody's light filled, right? So just guard that aspect of you and with the full potential that you have. And there is nothing that can really stop you from just being able to be freeing yourself is what I'm getting. Yes, that's pure wealth. If you think about it, divine freedom. Oh, baby, that's amazing. Oh, I love this. Okay, so we're down to our final card. Okay, finally, after an hour and 38 minutes. Holy shit, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm gonna try to make these shorter, but this again is like just a version of what it can be, whatever, for you personally on a personal scale. But also just to kind of, you know, show you what it looks like and just to have fun with it. But I definitely know I want to do this more. Like the party cards are really fun. This is a fun time for me. Even though it's like a lot of talking, whatever. It's like, well, we'll get through it. But I just feel like I don't want to take up everybody else's like time for too long. But again, like you can click out whenever, you know, X out whenever you feel like it. Okay. So the outcome, the 10th card, is 6 of Hearts. Okay, this is amazing. And wait till you just fucking see. Just wait till you fucking see what the fuck came out. So we have 6 of Hearts, and you know that could be this way or that way. These aren't really, they don't really come reversed. They just are. Yo, I love these illuminated cards. I love them. So look how funny this is. Yo, I just love I love the fucking accuracy. Like, this is so exciting because it's like, no matter what just came out of my mouth, if you just visually see this, I just feel like you got it. You got the energy of all this, which is amazing. So this is 6 of what is it? 6 of Hearts, which, you know, hearts have been coming up, but also third eye. Bro, look at how many eyes there are. 3 eyes there, and the third eye chakra, and this looks like an eye. Like, it's just beautiful. The whole thing is just like dumbfounding me. And they're matching, like they're completely matching. I don't even see this as 66. I see this as a blend of a 6. Like, it's just love. It's just love, literally. What I'm getting is pure contentment, actually. It's kind of like you know when you smirk because you're just like, yo, at the end of the day, you knew this shit wasn't gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? There was just something inside of you that you're like, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's really your outcome. It's like whatever you knew inside of yourself is now coming to fruition. Again, like a dream come true. Like, you might have tried to manifest the shit out of a dream that you really wanted, and you kept focus on it, and then you were also in the letting go process of it. Like, okay, it's gonna happen in this way or better, and just like, you know, but you felt it coming. Like, there was something that you felt coming this week that you received that you're just like, yo, I fucking knew that shit was gonna come. Like, I knew it from the bottom of my heart, you know? And so it's like, it's just funny because it's like, I just feel like it's like, keep having these visions of what you want for yourself, you know, 3 eyes and a third eye chakra. Like that, guys, that's amazing. Okay. It's amazing. So the whole thing is, it's like, yeah, just keep having these visions. And I feel like they're healing visions for you. So what I'm going to share with you is something that I started doing for my self-love, type of responsibility every day towards myself, but also like in celebration of myself and my heart, and just wanting to get stuff out of me that needs to come out, right? I've been creating a checklist, but like also just a list of like a daily, like every morning I get up and I write this stuff where it's like, I want this, and I just don't hold back. Like, I just fucking come up with whatever my being, my heart, and my essence wants. Like, I just write it out. I want this. And so it's just kind of like, you know, I don't have to hold on to it anymore. But once you do that, it's amazing because, and I got it from this book that I love, by the way, and I think everybody should read it. It's called Born to Receive. It's a fucking amazing book, which I really hope to interview the author very soon. I got to reach out to her. She's so fucking cool in terms of all of like what she's created for just out of this book and the message that this book entails. It's like, it's amazing. And so long story short, I just feel like she's taught me this, first of all. So thank you, Amanda Owen. That's her name. And literally because of her, I've been writing this down like habitually, like what I want, because I came from a place where I didn't know what I wanted, and I was scared to ask for it, and I was scared for it to come true, and I was, you know, all this stuff. And I said, you know what, at one point, when you know you've been through a lot, and you know, you see how life is kind of around you, where it's like kind of not getting stale, but like it's not what you visualize for yourself, then you know that you need to fucking start making moves. You know what I'm saying? And so I just like kind of like, so I don't wait for new moon and full moon anymore. Like, I literally do this on a daily basis. I want. And I allow myself to do that because before I didn't. And before I didn't, I was playing off of, I didn't know what. Oh shit, I don't know what you just said. Sorry, Cloudy. You might want to send it again. I just saw something come up. But like I just started writing, I want, like, so if you want to dedicate like a notebook to your wants, like that's the best way to go about it, is just like just to keep everything in one book and being like, I want this, I want that. Yeah, this way you don't have to wait for the new moon, full moon, to come around. You literally just kind of, declare it every day and make sure. And with that, this is why I love that exercise, is like you literally are listening to your heart. You're not ignoring your heart anymore. And so with that being said, it opens you up to receiving. It opens you up to certain visions that you can have for yourself that you didn't have before. Like I came from a place where I just felt like when I was younger, like there were things that I would do looking back and I'd be like, oh, I love doing that. But I was like, there has to be more, And so the whole thing is, why I bring that up is because I just felt like today I ran into something. I posted it on my Facebook page, where it's like, in Ethiopia, they basically ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I was a person that I had no idea what I wanted to be when I grow up. Okay. Until I hit 11. And then I was like doing a lot of, like, before I cleaned, I would do a lot of like shape shifting my room around. And then I ran into what Feng Shui was. And I was like, that's what I want to do. And I knew that that was for me. And so that's why I feel, and I know that it's for me because I feel like I've just developed so much into it. Like, I practice it. I like observe it on that level. I observe life on that level. So it's very, and I understand it from that kind of spiritual standpoint, which is very interesting. So, and it's helped me a lot throughout my life. So I just feel like, yes, last song. I love it. It's Back to Love, the one that I mentioned before. So just a little too much. I love this song. So I hope you guys can hear that. No, you probably don't. I want to hire it, but I also want to talk. Okay, I had to do that because it's like a celebratory for like the last card. I love it. Love it. Makes so much sense. Thanks, A-Team. Okay. So long story short, it's the list of wants is returning back to your love. And that's basically what it is. Thank you, 18, for that song. It returns you back to your love so that you can literally, as you purge what you want out onto the paper, which is very important for you to do in terms of dream calling in your dreams, you literally are able to, you purge it out and you receive visions on how to actually go after them. You know what I'm saying? How to develop them, who to reach out to. And so it's like you're automatically like uniting with your heart, you're working with the universe, and you're being real with yourself. And being real in terms of dreaming unrealistically, because obviously that's what we do as kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that's not like beaten out of you. But like the whole thing is, it's like you do that as kids. And then, and what I was going to say is, in Ethiopia, they don't ask you, they don't ask you what do you want to be when you grow up. They ask you what is your vision. And so it's like, what is your vision? Write your visions down, and this way you get into the swing of things. You're gonna basically have it all very much so on a fulfilled level on your heart. Your heart's gonna be fulfilled. This is why it's so important to write it down, because it's like you want your heart to be fulfilled in this life. And this is why you come from the heart. This is why you everything that you do has to be from the heart. This is why I don't even sway from the heart ever. And even when I have to get assertive, I know what I'm doing, and I know that I'm doing assertively. I'm doing it assertively with love, right? Let me just get, what does the 6 of Hearts mean? I just love it. It's like, yo, 3 eyes. Yes, amazing. I love it. I'm getting to do both. So 6 of Hearts. Back to love. Love, beauty, union, baby. That's within yourself. Yeah, you damn right. That's within yourself, within your heart, within your, you know, masculine, feminine, within, you know, your desires and your dreams come true. Holy shit. And what I'm getting, I literally just kind of stared at this. Going back to your health, it's a party or a celebration time, baby. That's basically what it is. That is so exciting, guys. I'm fucking excited. Where's this book? Hold on one second. Oh, it's right in front of me. The third eye chakra. Yes, thank you, A-Team. All right, so let's just end it on a third eye chakra note. Always a good note to end on. The color is indigo, in case you want to wear indigo this week. The sound is Om, in case you want to meditate. Element is light, so I'm going to just put in a prayer that everybody's thoughts and prayers, hearts, and thoughts are going to be concentrated on the light this week and all for the rest of your lives, because it's so much, it's easy to live in the light. It's not so, but it's kind of, you have to be more admirable in yourself to live in the light. You know, I've really noticed that. Admirable within and of yourself to be in the light, right? That's basically to follow the light. It's huge. And also to create good karma, right? So the gland is pituitary gland. The key words is I see. So if you want to use that as a mantra, I see where I'm going. I see what I'm doing. I see, you know, what's panning out or what's happening here. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically make sure to validate that within yourself this week. It says the third eye chakra is the most often talked about of all the chakras. Clairvoyance. You'll probably know a lot of stuff too coming your way. Again, I saw that I knew that shit was coming, like that kind of thing. Like there's a smirk, like you're just like, okay, that I saw that coming the entire time, you know, like from a long ways away. It says inner seeing, intuition, and the higher levels of consciousness are all associated with this energy center. Found between your eyebrows is like your unibrow, you know, and just above the bridge of your nose. It works closely with the throat and crown chakra because it unites the throat and the crown. It's right in the middle. So crown chakra, okay. And it will assist you with your psychic and intuitive inner guidance. So yeah, you're definitely being divinely guided. This is something that you're going to be, like, you can literally walk around this week with your eyes closed and you'll still be guided in terms of which way is the right direction for you, right? But just make sure to, just stay kind, be open, and just, treat people as you would sensitively want to be treated. Okay. That's basically that's the new and improved version of treat people as you would want to be treated. No, treat people in a sensitive manner as you would want to be treated sensitively. Like if you walked around knowing that everybody had a heart in their hands behind this meat suit that we have, you would treat people so differently because it's visually in front of you, but you have to act as if it's visually in front of you all the time when you come into interaction with other people, right? Okay. It says, okay, intuitive guidance, and then it says to enhance the chakra, work on strengthening your intuitive abilities. Close your eyes and visualize a circle, a square, and then any image. So circle and a square. If you remember that pentacle that with the directional that was inside of it, that's basically something that you would want to envision for yourself. And then any image inside of it, practice, like the Om image would be really fucking cool to add in there, by the way. So just to let you know, like if you can picture the Om image inside, visualizing it inside of a circle and a square, and then an Om image inside of it, holy shit, huge. I might even just draw that out for the Instagram peeps, for all of us, but I'll place it on Instagram. Let's see. It says, practice seeing with your mind's eye. Imagine the sound of a train, a car horn, or a telephone. Actually, I felt like if you go into this meditation and imagine what I'm trying to tell you, even me reading it, I feel like somebody's going to hear these things like as it happens, so which is hilarious. Practice hearing with your inner ear. Which I didn't even know. Damn, I gotta really do that too. That's so cool. I didn't know that even existed. Energizing the chakra helps you to intuitively know what others are thinking, feeling, and saying. This insight goes a long way toward building better and stronger bonds. Building better and stronger bonds. That's what you're doing this week, guys. You're rebuilding. Building better, stronger bonds within yourself first and then with others. But definitely it's going to exude like kind of effortlessly, like, which is going to be amazing. So thank you guys all for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is so exciting. I'm going to try to come at you guys more with these types of videos and maybe a lot less shorter. But I just feel like, you know, if you have nothing to do or whatever, like definitely check into these videos, at least into this one, and see, you know, how you liked it. And I'll let you know on either Instagram or Facebook when I am able to, or when I come up with a price to charge for the, like, what, you know, how much these types of readings are going to cost. Because as you see, I wanted to just show everybody that they are a little bit lengthier, and it's something that I've come up with myself, that I, you know, it's very unique. So I have to kind of figure out, like, I don't know how to even charge it, but at the same time, it's going to be a service offered, and one that I love to do, and one that I feel like people are really gonna love to receive. So at the end of the day, thank you so much. And actually, what I wanted to show you, let's end it with this note. This is so interesting. So I just want to show you this, and this. The eights. The eights are your foundation this week. This is so cool. Yes. Fan it out. Fan it out with your eights. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited. So yeah, a lot of infinity business happening this week. And this is so exciting. And I decided to wear my infinity ring today. So it's so beautiful. All right, guys, I love you so much. And yeah, just stay tuned. And thank you so much for connecting with me today. I really had a lot of fun, and we'll be doing this more often. Bye. Where is the end button? Oh, here it is. Bye, guys. And bye, guys.